Taking risks is an essential part of achieving greatness. No one who ever accomplished something remarkable did so by playing it safe. The world remembers those who dare to step beyond their comfort zone, those who had the courage to embrace uncertainty and take a chance on something bigger than themselves. Success does not come to those who wait for the perfect moment. It comes to those who create opportunities for themselves by taking action despite their fears. Think about the most successful people in any field. Entrepreneurs, athletes, artists, or leaders, every one of them has a defining moment when they took a leap of faith. They didn't have guarantees, just like anyone else. But what separated them from the rest was their willingness to take risks. They understood that staying in a place of comfort would never bring them the success they desired. They knew that greatness requires bold decisions, even when there's a chance of failure. The biggest breakthroughs in history were born from risks. The Wright brothers dared to believe that humans could fly, even when others mocked them. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Every innovation, every discovery, and every moment of transformation happened because someone was willing to take a chance. If they had chosen to stay in their safe zone, we wouldn't have the world we know today. The same principle applies to our own lives. Playing it safe might keep us comfortable, but it will never lead to extraordinary achievements. Whether it's pursuing a dream career, starting a business, moving to a new city, or even speaking up for what you believe in, every major step forward requires risk. There is always uncertainty, but without risk, there is no progress. Many people spend their lives waiting for the right moment, hoping for a guarantee of success before they act. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. There will always be uncertainty. The only way to achieve something great is to take the risk, trust yourself, and be willing to face whatever comes next. Those who dare to step into the unknown are the ones who discover new possibilities, learn valuable lessons, and ultimately create a life worth remembering. Failure is not the end of the road. It is a chapter in the journey towards success. Too often, people fear failure so much that they avoid taking risks altogether. But in reality, failure is not something to be ashamed of. It is proof that you are trying, learning, and growing. Every mistake, every setback, and every obstacle is an opportunity to improve, refine your approach, and come back stronger. Without failure, there would be no great success stories. When we look at the most accomplished individuals, we see that their paths were filled with failures before they reached their goals. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of letting that define him, he used it as motivation to work harder and push himself beyond his limits. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the very company he co-founded. Yet he came back to lead it to even greater heights. J.K. Rowling faced multiple rejections before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Their failures were not the end of their stories. They were turning points that led them to success. The truth is, failure teaches us lessons that success never could. It forces us to reflect, adjust, and develop resilience. When something doesn't go as planned, we are given a chance to analyze what went wrong, adapt, and try again with greater wisdom. If everything came easily, we would never grow. Challenges shape us, make us stronger, and prepare us for the next level of success. The most important thing is to not let failure define you. It is simply a moment in time, not a permanent state. Those who succeed are the ones who refuse to give up, even when things don't go their way. They understand that every failure is a stepping stone to something greater. So, instead of fearing failure, embrace it. See it as a necessary part of the process, a sign that you are pushing boundaries and striving for something. Without failure, there would be no triumph, no transformation, and no truly inspiring story to tell. Taking risks is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is easy to stay in a comfort zone where everything feels safe and familiar, but comfort rarely leads to greatness. Every success story begins with a decision to take a leap of faith, to step into the unknown despite fear and uncertainty. Risks come with challenges, but they also bring opportunities that can change your life in ways you never imagined. Many people hesitate to take risks because they fear failure. They worry about what others will think, whether they are making the right choice, or if they have what it takes to succeed. But the truth is, no great achievement ever came without risk. Whether it's starting in business, pursuing a passion, or making a big life decision. Risk is always part of the process. It is the price we pay for growth, experience, and ultimately success. Every person who has reached greatness has faced moments where they had to choose between staying safe or taking a bold step forward. Elon Musk invested nearly everything he had into his companies, knowing there was a possibility of losing it all. Oprah Winfrey took a risk by leaving a stable television job to create something bigger. These individuals understood that the biggest rewards come to those who dare to take chances. The beauty of risk is that even if things don't work out as planned, you gain valuable experience. Every time you take a risk, you learn, adapt, and improve. Over time, you develop resilience, confidence, and the ability to navigate challenges more effectively. The more you embrace risk, the more you open yourself up to incredible possibilities. If you avoid risk altogether, you may never experience true fulfillment. You might always wonder, what if? Regret often comes not from the risks we take, but from the ones we didn't. Instead of seeing risk as something to fear, see it as an invitation to grow. When you take that leap, you might fail, but you might also succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Either way, you will have a story worth telling. Failure is often misunderstood. Many see it as a sign of weakness or proof that they are not good enough. But in reality, failure is one of the most powerful teachers in life. Every mistake, every setback, and every wrong turn carries a lesson that can shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable person. Without failure, there is no growth. Without setbacks, there is no resilience. Failure is not the end of the road. It is simply a part of the journey towards success. Think about the most inspiring success stories. They are never about someone who had an easy, perfect path. They are about people who faced difficulties, stumbled, and got back up stronger. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company before making a legendary comeback. Each of these individuals could have given up, but instead, they used failure as motivation to push forward. The key is to change the way we view failure. Instead of seeing it as something to be ashamed of, see it as proof that you are trying. It means you are putting yourself out there, taking risks, and pushing beyond your comfort zone. The people who never fail are usually the ones who never try. Playing it safe might protect you from failure, but it would also keep you from success. Failure also builds character. It teaches humility, patience, and perseverance. It forces you to reevaluate your approach, improve your skills, and develop mental toughness. When you fail and choose to keep going, you become more resilient. You start to believe in yourself more because you realize that failure is not permanent. It is just a chapter, not the whole story. At the end of the day, your failures will become part of your success story. They will be the moments that shaped you, the lessons that strengthened you, and the experiences that made you who you are. No one achieves greatness without facing failure. What matters is how you respond to it. If you learn from it, adjust your path, and keep going, then failure is never truly failure. It is just another step towards success. Taking risks opens doors to opportunities that would otherwise remain hidden. Life rewards those who are willing to step into the unknown, even when the outcome is uncertain. Many people let fear hold them back, afraid of making mistakes or facing rejection. But the truth is, success never comes without risk. Whether in business, relationships, or personal growth, those who dare to take chances are the ones who experience the greatest rewards. Risk-taking forces you to grow. When you put yourself in unfamiliar situations, you learn new skills, develop confidence, and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. The discomfort that comes with risk is often a sign that you are evolving. Staying in the same place, doing the same things, and avoiding challenges might feel safe, but it also keeps you from reaching your full potential. Growth happens when you push beyond your limits. Sometimes risks lead to failure, and that can be discouraging. But failure is not a sign that you should stop. It is proof that you are trying. Every failure teaches a lesson, making you stronger and wiser for the next attempt. Some of the most successful people in the world have faced multiple failures before they achieved greatness. Their stories are not about perfection, but about perseverance. They took risks, failed, learned, and tried again. Without those failures, they would not have the success they enjoy today. Taking risks also brings excitement and purpose to life. When you challenge yourself, you create new possibilities. You build resilience and learn to trust your ability to adapt. Even if things do not go as planned, you gain valuable experiences that shape your future decisions. The more risks you take, the more fearless you become. You start seeing obstacles as opportunities rather than barriers. In the end, playing it safe may protect you from failure, but it also limits your potential. Those who achieve greatness do so because they take risks, embrace uncertainty, and persist through challenges. The key is not to avoid risk, but to take calculated ones, those that align with your goals and aspirations. When you take chances, you create stories worth telling, experiences worth remembering, and a life worth living. Success is never handed to anyone without effort, persistence, and the courage to take risks. Those who achieve greatness understand that failure is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to perseverance. Every remarkable story has moments of struggle, obstacles that seemed impossible to overcome, and failures that tested resilience. Without those struggles, there will be no inspiring journey, no lessons learned, and no true appreciation for success. People often see the victories of others and admire their achievements, but they rarely see the failures that came before. Every successful person has a story of risk, uncertainty, and moments of doubt. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is the willingness to embrace failure as part of the process. The fear of failure holds many back from taking the risks necessary to create an extraordinary life. But without taking chances, there can be no growth. Risks push people beyond their comfort zones, allowing them to explore new possibilities, challenge their limits, and discover their true potential. They will never know if they could have succeeded. On the other hand, if they take the risk and fail, they gain experience, knowledge, and resilience that can guide them toward a better attempt in the future. Every failure carries valuable lessons that refine a person's skills, strategies, and mindset, ultimately leading to a greater chance of success. Success is not about avoiding failure. It is about rising after every fall. Those who achieve greatness are the ones who refuse to give up, no matter how many times they stumble. They see every challenge as an opportunity to grow, every mistake as a lesson, and every risk as a step toward their goals. No risk means no progress, no lessons, and no remarkable story to tell. But those who dare to take chances, embrace uncertainty,